So we're going to be doing social media. There will be some overlap based on what we talked about in the internet marketing module, just because obviously social media is online. But yeah, there'll be a lot of new relevant stuff as well.
So social media profits, and there's been a lot of talk about social media, and in fact there's a lot of career opportunities come up with social media marketing managers and whatever. There's loads of them, certainly on LinkedIn. And I'd just say there is nothing new in marketing. There honestly is nothing new. And what social media is, it's just another platform. So don't be taken in with some of the sort of social media gurus and some of the stuff they're saying. Some of it I think is very naughty. Like anything else you do, any marketing you do, it's all about generating leads. It's about direct response marketing. Nothing else counts. Yeah? It's about generating leads. It's about attracting clients. It's about attracting candidates as well using social media. It's about adding profits. It's not about engagement and about your brand. That won't add to your bottom line. It's about getting clients and candidates. That's what it's all about. Yeah?
Like, a mistake you see people make with social media is that they just do it to get likes and engagement. Now it's not that there's anything wrong with that. Sorry, not there's anything wrong with getting likes and engagement. It just shouldn't be your primary goal, right? Your primary goal should always be to get them off the social media platform and onto your database, to get them onto your traffic source that you control, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Is it important? Relatively so. I don't think it's a be-all and end-all. I mean, I certainly think you should be using it for recruitment search for manager, and that's the purpose of this module. Just show you some ways that you as a recruitment search for manager can be using social media.
And I think as it's developed, so I wouldn't really call it new anymore, but it is a new media in relation to everything else. So, okay, email marketing is fairly new, but social media is very new, right? But it's becoming harder and harder to ignore, right? If you're not using it in some way, if you're not utilising it, and like the fact is, whether you like it personally or not. So, speaking to some people, they said, "Oh, I don't have a Facebook account," or "I don't use it at all." They said they don't really like social media. They feel it's invasive, which I agree with, right? But the fact of the matter is, your clients are on it. Your clients are using the platforms we're going to talk about. So, like we said in day one, like we want to find the right media to get your message to your market, and your market will be using social media. Maybe not all of them, but the majority of them probably will have social media accounts.
As I said, it's direct response marketing. It's the same as any other form, be it direct mail, emails, landing pages. It's direct response. You do something, you get the response. It's about finding clients who have a need, and you then can offer to solve their problem. You can use social media for building trust. Again, a lot of you in this room, based on the trust that I've built up with you on LinkedIn, which is a social media platform. It's based on adding value. It's based on getting clients to know you. Remember, clients won't buy from you unless they have a need, know you, like you, and trust you. That's what we're going to use it for. Lead generation, direct response. If you can't measure it, you cannot manage it. So you've got to measure the activity and measure the results that you get. Yeah, and any of you guys, do you have a social media manager, a marketing manager in your business?
Me.
I shoot. Oh, right. I was going to say, ask them in terms of the number of leads they're generating. So I'll come back to you.
Okay. So again, even saying that, like, may be rare in that he's here today for one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He gets the concept of direct response, or what he should do after this event, right? So, but what you'll find is a lot of recruitment search managers, they know or they think that social media is important. And they think, I need to have that in my business. And what they do is they bring on a social media manager who knows social media, knows how to use it, and what they'll do is that you see a lot of activity. There'll be lots of posts, lots of engagement, lots of activity. But when you sit them down and say, well, okay, how many leads are you getting for that? How much revenue is it generating you? The answer is either nothing, or perhaps even worse, I don't know. So this is the reason why we stick to direct response. So we know activity X ends in result Y. Because when you know that, again, like we said in day one, like it's important to know your numbers. You can begin improving it. Right, so even if the Y is at currently 0, you can make a decision like, do I stop doing it or do I tweak it to try and get better results? But you need to, everything you do needs to be, activity X ends in result Y, and you know what it is and you're able to improve it and get better results. Or make a decision to say, it's not worth doing.
I spoke to an MD of a £18 million search firm, and they'd just taken on a social media person. I went, oh great. I said, has she worked in this? No, but she's, your words were along the lines, she's young and she understands Facebook and Twitter.
She looked great.
That was the logic for bringing in a social media mark, and I'm guessing she was probably on 30, 40,000. But some business owners think that you've got to get involved in social media. You haven't got to get involved. If you're going to get involved, generate leads from it. It's all about lead generation, nothing else. It's not about how well. So his argument was, you know, she was young, so she knew her way around Facebook. Well, good luck with that. As I said earlier, you've got to be able to measure it. In all the stuff that we do, by the way, not just in social media, in everything that you do, you've got to be able to measure it. I did this, I got that. You mentioned on Tuesday night, you spent £72, you got 6 meetings with decision makers. Great. You've got your numbers there. But as we talked on before, you've got to be in control of the platform. So LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, they're not yours. And if LinkedIn, Twitter or Facebook or whoever kick you off for whatever reason, and you're controlling your list on those platforms, you're stuffed. So you do everything you can to get them off the platform so you're now in control, rather than that particular platform.
Yeah, so again, just to hammer home the point, like your goal with social media and really all your marketing is to get them off these platforms, get them off LinkedIn, get them off Facebook, get them to use it as a traffic source to get them to view your irresistible offer and onto a platform you control, which is your database, your email list, right? When you get them on your email list, that's when the profits come, as we spoke about previously. That's when the profits come, when you get them on your email list. So your goal always should be, what activity can I do to get them off Facebook, off LinkedIn, whatever, and onto my email list, onto my database? Because then I can control the dialogue. Does that make sense? And again, so we've had people in the past whose LinkedIn account's been shut down, and they've had all their data on LinkedIn, they've had all these candidates and clients, potential clients on LinkedIn, the LinkedIn account gets shut down and it's gone. People who've had their Facebook ad account shut down and it's all gone. So that's always your goal. The activity is to get them off that platform and onto a platform that you own, that you control.
So we'll start with Facebook. There's a lot of resistance, in particular from search firms, about using Facebook. So you search guys, you know, there's always this, oh, well, my clients are sophisticated, not on Facebook. More of your potential clients are actually on Facebook than on LinkedIn. 1.1 billion daily active users. 307 million people on Facebook. A percentage of those are your target market. I can guarantee you that. And Facebook have got a lot of information on you. If you, any of you, in fact, raise your hands. Anybody that's on Facebook themselves or users of Facebook themselves, just have a look around the room. Right, so the majority actually, yeah. This would be a fair, and this is interesting because there is a perception that Facebook's for youngsters, but you know, okay, I'm relatively young, but you guys aren't so young. But you see the point I'm making. It's not a room full of teenagers in here, but most of the people in this room are on Facebook. Your clients, your prospects, your candidates are on Facebook. And Facebook have so much information about you, to the point I find it a little bit disturbing at times, the stuff they know about you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, whoa. So the ads that you see, based on your behaviour, but not just on how you're behaving on Facebook, but on other websites as well. And that's the bit you just go, wow. I may have shared a story with you many years ago. Facebook were doing some testing, and they can predict the behaviour of a woman when she's just found out she's pregnant and what site she goes to. And they sent a message to a group of young girls congratulating them on their pregnancy. Their parents didn't know though, but Facebook did because of their behaviour. It's frightening what they can do with your behaviour. So, Mike, You've been warned.
Close my account down.
But, and again, you can talk about how it's invasive, how we don't like it, which is, again, fair points, but the reality is they're doing it. And like we said earlier, like your ideal clients will have similarities, they'll have traits, they'll have behaviours that they all do. Right? And Facebook knows what these similarities are. So we can either complain about it or we can use it to grow our business.
Just with Facebook, can you target your specific audience like LinkedIn, right?
So
instead of sending out a post to all your friends as well as potential business owners.
So the problem with Facebook, the difference with Facebook and LinkedIn is LinkedIn is very business oriented, right? So it's easier to do. Well, I find it easier to do the targeting on LinkedIn than Facebook because, for example, like for us, for Linterry, like if we're targeting recruitment business owners, usually on your Facebook profile, you're probably going to put, you're not going to put recruitment business owners, you just put business owner, right? Whereas on LinkedIn, I can say business owners who also work in the staff and recruitment industry, so I can really narrow it down. But as I sort of talked about yesterday, you want to use them together, right? So we would use the targeting on LinkedIn predominantly, and then we would use remarketing to get at them on Facebook, right? Another really cool thing that Facebook can do is you can build similar audiences. So what I mean by that is if I've got a list of customers or list of ideal clients and I've got their email addresses and I open to Facebook and say to Facebook, I want you to find me or show my ads to people who are similar to this. And Facebook will look at that list of whatever, 1,000 people and say, well, all of these people in this list like the page BMW, for example, and they support Liverpool for some reason, right? And then Facebook will find more people who meet that criteria. So again, that was a very basic example, but they have lots of different similarities that that group of people have.
Right.
And then it will then show your ads to people who also share those similarities.
So you could effectively create a target of 1,000 people that you've got from your LinkedIn email addresses, and then it will almost like mirror those sort of interests or whatever, and pick up another pick up another 500 people who are within the same similar.
Yeah. Well, if you're, let's say you're legal and you're targeting the legal sector, Facebook can't tell if they're legal though, can they?
It's irrelevant what they are. Okay. Facebook will look at what's similar about this group of people.
Yeah.
What do they all have in common? Yeah. And there'll be lots of little things, right? Yeah. And then they'll find, okay, well, who else do we have on Facebook who also has all these little things in common? Right? And we said yesterday, people are creatures of habit. So you'll find that when you do that, you're able to build a bigger audience of your ideal clients. All because of the information that Facebook has.
But they may be outside of your target. Some
of them may be. Some of them, well, definitely, some of them will be.
Yeah.
But again, it's pay-per-click, so if they are, I'm not going to click on your ad. Like you probably see, if you use Facebook, you probably see ads that aren't relevant to you, and you probably see some that are. The ones that aren't relevant, you just scroll past.
Can I just ask you, how do they know, how does Facebook know? I mean, is it based on education? Like, for instance, for my target candidates, they'd be, like chartered accountants or something, business degrees, MBAs, would they target?
That would be one of the things. Yeah. It'll be stuff that we wouldn't even think about. Like it'll be things that we probably don't even know about our own clients. But if you've got Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And you use it on your computer. A lot of people have the mobile phone app as well. And not just tracking what you do on Facebook.
Is it from my personal page or my company?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like if you have Facebook, you have a Facebook account.
Yeah. And
you log on your computer or your phone and your phone. They're tracking the activity that you do even outside of Facebook. So they know the type of websites you're going to. They know it is fucking scary. They know the contacts you've got on your phone, right? If you've got a Facebook app, right, it will say, and you've got someone's number on your phone, it will say, oh, we think you know this person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Should
yes.
Google a company called...
Sorry, Mike.
You should Google a company called Cambridge Analytical.
Yeah.
Google a company called Cambridge Analytical, and they do an awful lot with Facebook and political parties. So
that's right.
Trump and Brexit.
And Brexit, yeah.
It's really, really scary what they know about you.
And how you're being influenced.
Yeah.
I went to a business event where they had a speaker from some big company that basically, say, for example, when the Prime Minister's talking, they monitor all the social media platforms and they can directly feed back to the speaker and maybe change things to get the result that they're looking for. It's absolutely amazing, the technology, you know what I mean, in real time.
Well, on a positive note, Facebook's great for generating leads. Yeah, and I know a lot of people, and just look, full disclosure, I'm not a personal fan of Facebook on a purely personal basis, but we make a lot of money from it on a business basis. So I am like, bloody ass.
It's a great personal thing, I think. Especially when you live, when you live in Canada and a lot of your friends are here, and people got friends in Australia. I mean, there's people like cousins that I've seen that I would never have seen if I didn't have Facebook. You know, so that type of thing's really good.
Yeah.
And I agree. Yeah.
It is scary, but for business, like it's ridiculous the information. Like even so, like last week, my cousin came over from Belgium, and he messaged me on Facebook and said, so I support Man United, right? And I've never gave any indication I support anybody else. He asked me what game's on, I say, the Chelsea game's on. All of a sudden I'm seeing ads about Chelsea. What I've said in a private message.
Wow.
Right? So they're watching all of your behaviour, and they're watching all of your client behaviour.
Wow.
Right, it's scary, but
Cheers.
it's amazing.
I hope it never publish on my stuff. Oh, I'll be dead.
How many people have their business email address on Facebook? Surely.
How many do you have to
Do you see what I mean? Because
Well,
if you're getting your LinkedIn thing.
Yeah, if we take a database of recruitment search owners from our list and upload to Facebook, about a third of them will have that email address with the Facebook account. It's not going to.
I think that was similar for us.
But if you look at your LinkedIn contacts, a lot of those
They're
have
not
their personal email addresses rather than the business email addresses. There's a combination of both.
Which is good sometimes because if you've got a candidate and they leave, you've still got their email address, right?
And the other thing you get, you're saying you target the emails that you've got of your clients or candidates or target whoever it is, you've uploaded. But the other one is it that Facebook cookie that you put? You get a cookie off Facebook and you put that on your website.
Yeah.
So then that remarketing tool.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
So again, when it comes to Facebook, like number one rule is don't rely on your personal page to promote your business. And again, you can do it, so you can use your personal page to promote your business, but don't rely on it.
But you don't need a personal page to have a business page.
You don't need a personal, no. But you need to create a business page. So what you want to do is go to.
Just one quick question, though, Drew. How would they know your habits from a business page if you don't have a Facebook?
How will they know?
That's what you're saying. They mirror you, right? To your comments.
But they're mirroring what you're doing, not just on Facebook, but also outside Facebook.
Okay.
So you use this computer to log onto Facebook, right, with your details, and then you go and look at skysports.com or wherever. They know what you're doing outside of Facebook, not just in Facebook. Whenever you're logged on, right, a lot of people, if it's a phone or personal computer, a lot of people don't bother logging out. Like why would they?
Yeah.
And then you're doing stuff out on the just online. They're watching what you do.
Well.
It's so funny, and then we start talking about GDPR.
Oh,
Those guys got everything. So
you need to create the business page. I can't see the website. It's too small.
flat tax, it doesn't affect them.
So, when you're creating a business page, you probably need to have also create an email address, because I think this is where I went wrong before. When I created the business page, the email address was my work. I use my work email for everything.
Yeah.
That's why all my personal followers will get confused. I closed it down.
Oh,
Business
really?
one. Yeah. Because my friends were all saying, and I want to be an asset finance manager in Liverpool.
What's the question?
So I need to have a specific email that may be marketing at THC or something.
No, you don't need, no.
No?
No.
But you don't. But what you're saying is you wouldn't use your business email address on your Facebook business page because your business email address is linked to your personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you post on your business page, it doesn't go to your personal.
They're completely separate now.
Okay.
They used to be combined. They used to be combined.
No, I think what you do is you have a managed page.
You didn't have a business page, like a personal page.
So I need to start.
So you need to create a business.
Yeah.
So,
It can be separate.
Yeah.
again, correct.
Use the case, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little knowledge in the wrong hands, isn't it?
You're not on your own, don't worry.
So,
You think you're really doing well. Yeah, I'm really out there with the kids and then I'm screwing up.
down with the youths, yeah. So, the purpose of creating a business page is to use it to drive traffic to your irresistible offer, right? And again, there's a few types of ads you can do. We looked at some of them in the internet marketing module, but we'll go over them again, some of them again quickly. So you've got video ads, which is, again, you've probably seen if you use Facebook, just a video in your newsfeed. Image ads, carousel ads, I'm sure you have pictures of these so you get it. Canvas ads and collection as well. And then you have several ways to target your ideal clients as well. So you've got interest targeting, so you can, if you wanted to, target people based on their interests, so the pages that they like, right? So you know, well, you might not know. So when you have a Facebook account, you can like pages, right? So you might like a page about, I don't know, Man United, for example, right? So you're getting updates from Man United. So you can do it based on the pages they like. You can do it based on a custom audience, which is where you either, as we spoke about a minute ago, upload your own email list or telephone numbers, right? You select telephone numbers as well, or you use remarketing. That's a custom audience, right? It's your made audience. And the last one is similar audience, which is where you take one of these two. So the audience you created with interest, or the audience or the custom audience you created, and you say to Facebook, I want to find people who are similar to this, right? Again, we spoke about that. Make sense? So again, this is what it looks like inside, sort of set up the campaign. And again, the really cool thing with Facebook is, and LinkedIn are copying it now a bit too, but they're a bit behind, is they have conversion goals. So you can tell Facebook the goal of your ad. So do you want it to raise brand awareness? Is the goal to have a maximum reach? Is the goal to drive traffic? Is it to increase engagement? Is it to get app installs? Is it to get video views? Is it for lead generation? Is it to get messages? Or is it for conversions, which would be sales, product catalogue sales, or store visits, right? So you get all these options. And what Facebook does, using the information they've got, let's say you picked lead generation, right? And you've got an audience of 1,000 people. Facebook won't show your ad to those 1,000 people. Facebook, based on the activity of these users, will say, actually, if your goal is lead generation, out of this 1,000 people, I know that this 200 are most likely to convert into a lead. So I'm going to show your ad to those. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just repeat that, sorry.
So, right, so you have conversion goals, right?
Yeah.
So you set the goal for your ad. Now, what's the purpose of your ad? You can tell Facebook, actually, this ad, I want it to generate leads, right? So then your audience is say 1,000 people. Facebook will take that 1,000 people and say, well, okay, you want to generate leads. Actually, out of this 1,000 people, we know that this 200 are most likely, based on their activity online, are most likely to convert into leads, are most likely to do whatever the goal you want it to be. So we will show your ads predominantly to this 200 people.
Okay.
You get that?
Yeah.
Can you have more than one option, or are you limited?
Can you have more than one
So
option?
you could have lead generation and engagement, for example.
No. But you can set up multiple ads
Okay.
and do them at the same time.
One option per ad.
One option per ad. Yeah. Did everyone get that?
Yeah.
That audience, is that an audience that's derived from the likes of what that you've sort of that Facebook's worked out, or is that the email list that you've uploaded?
Any.
Okay.
So you've got an audience created in one of three ways, right?
Yeah.
You've got, again, just for example, 1,000 people created from a custom audience of email lists, and then your goal is you want them to convert into leads.
So that's the list we've sent them.
It's a list you sent them.
Yeah.
In this case, Facebook will take that 1,000 people and say like, oh, you want them to convert into leads. Actually, out of that 1,000 people, only this 200 are more, based on activity that they're doing elsewhere, are most likely to convert into leads. So we're going to show your ad more to those people.
Yeah.
So they don't treat it as equal. 1,000 people to come show to them all the same amount of time. They will target the ones that you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So Drew, if you send them a custom list, that's a list we've already created.
Yeah.
First thing they have to do is check which ones they've got and they haven't. Do they tell us which ones they've got?
No, they won't tell you.
They won't
names.
tell us.
They will say, so you got that list of 1,000. They will come back and say, well, you'll see on the screen it says 300 of these people are on Facebook with this email address.
Right.
So you now have an audience.
We don't know who those 300 are.
You don't know who they are. Just like you now have a list of 300 people who you can.
And then it selects from that, which is most likely to buy it, focuses on them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just a quick one, Drew. It talks about different types of ads here. We just glossed over it. I don't know what is carousel, canvas, or anything.
Yeah, I'm going to show you
right,
pictures
okay,
to explain.
past it.
Yeah.
And Drew, like, would you, when you're creating these ads, would you go through, you know, you can go through creating an ad on your personal page or your business page. So you go to your business page and then go to the marketing or the setter side of it.
Yeah, the ads are always displayed for your business page. Right?
You've got to buy, you have to buy Facebook ads.
You buy them like you pay for the ad that you display. Yeah. It's
And how much are they?
Again,
Or is it the pay-per-click?
It's pay-per-click, so it depends. But cheaper than LinkedIn, usually.
Okay.
But it depends on your audience, but also it depends on what's your goal. So like to get video views, for example, let's say like you had a video that it's not for lead generation, but you know you've got a list of previous buyers, and you think actually if they watch this video, I'm probably going to help. It's going to help build a relationship. Right? You could say to Facebook, my goal is video views. Video views are like pennies. But then you might say, so obviously this wouldn't be relevant to anyone here necessarily, but you might say actually my goal is to get conversions, to make sales. So then it's going to cost more because it's direct money in the bank.
One thing to say on this is the reach is phenomenal on Facebook. It's not, I'm not saying it's untapped. I've been to quite a lot of business shows where I've seen a lot of this being discussed, but not a lot of business owners are doing this.
Very few recruiters.
Very
few recruiters. Very,
after
very.
this, there's a lot of lead gen.
Yeah.
A lot.
Plus you can set your budget so you
can,
don't have to sleep, you can get to sleep at night knowing that you know how much you're going to spend.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up with a £5 bill in the morning.
Yeah.
With all your marketing, like you start small and you gradually build up when you see that it's working.
Okay.
Make sense? Any other questions? No?
I'm thinking this course should be split into under 35s and over 35s.
We'd have no under 30, oh, probably up 2 or 3.
Or, yeah, people who
Just on the pricing side, does it have like, you know, for every time someone clicks on a PPC it costs you, I don't know, £2 or is it 50p or is that the way it works?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Because the only thing I was getting confused with, you know, when you said people bid on it, you were talking about bidding yesterday. Or what
Yeah.
Is that Facebook or LinkedIn?
That was Google.
It was. It's a similar thing.
But is there a bidding thing on Facebook?
Yeah,
or is it just...
again, Facebook want to, similar to Google, right? LinkedIn aren't too concerned about it at the moment, but that may change.
Right.
They've got you as the advertiser they want to please, but more important to them is actually the user.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter if you've got like what they perceive as a crap ad and you're willing to spend £100 a click. It doesn't matter. Like it's about will the audience that's being displayed to like that? Yes, no. If it does, then you can get cheaper clicks. right? So they've got 2 people they want to please.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it also depends on how many other companies are looking at those
That
particular
audience,
terms.
yeah.
So if you're going like Nike trainers or something like that, really popular, that would force the price of the bids up. But for most of the stuff that we've been looking at, it should be relatively low, if you're careful with your search terms.
So yeah, so what you're saying, you can set your daily budgets, how much you're willing to spend per day. Again, you've got the option to adjust that as well. You can set your targeting. So again, with this campaign, all we're doing, if you can see properly, all we're doing is we're showing this ad to our Dream 100, right? We bought a list, right? So I wouldn't say to buy a list and then email market to them, but you can upload them to Facebook, right? If you buy a list of your ideal clients, you've got to upload them to Facebook. We've got our uploaded list from just our email list, and then we've also shown it to website lists as well. So we said about the audiences, like we were talking about either or in terms of uploading your own email list and reach people that way, or using the cookie. You can do both at the same time. That makes sense?
Can I ask you, sorry, I can't read anything on this paper, I can read it on there.
Yeah, what I'll
Are
do
we going to
is-
have access to that after this event?
Well,
Stuff there.
yeah, you get the recording of the event.
But no, but these these slides,
Slides,
we haven't read
yeah,
the
yeah,
full slides.
Can
Can you
of
email
them,
them? or
yeah, we can email them. All of them
Okay,
are
then we
just
can
in this
ask
particular.
Because all this is just, I can't read any of this, I can't read it just out on there. My eyes aren't good enough.
Yeah, so yeah, do you want all from every session or just this one?
Well, this particular session is a difficult one.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's fine.
Drew, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, definitely.
I understand your audiences. Whenever I update my audience, you can't update that, you have to upload a new audience. So say your Dream 100, so you had Dream 120,
no,
you can't add 20 to that original Dream 100. You can?
You can. And what do you use to, again, probably like a bit advanced, but what do you use to do your email marketing?
Sorry?
What do you use to do your email marketing?
I use a bit of software called Pro. 5 CRM.
Okay, I don't know it, but we're using Infusionsoft, right?
You're using Fusion.
Infusionsoft.
So you need MailChimp and...
No.
We use Infusionsoft.
We use
Infusionsoft, right?
It costs me a
And
fortune.
what Infusionsoft do, it works on a tagging system, right? So it tags people based on their behaviour. Right, so we can say to Facebook, can you, people who have this tag, upload them to Facebook and this audience, this happens automatically. Right, so where is it? This here where it says plus this, that's not, we don't manually go in and upload that. It literally just looks at who's on the list. So even like today, if someone opts in today, right, it will check to see if they're on Facebook and then they then get added to this audience automatically. But yeah, you can update it manually as well. But you may want to look because your software may have this feature as well.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I've never heard of that way of using it, so I'm not sure.
I've heard of Fusionsoft, it's quite a high-end sort of...
Higher than MailChimp. But again, so maybe slightly off topic, but with email marketing software, if you're not sending emails, then you may as well get a cheap one.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much functionality. But when you start sending emails and you can see how much money it's making, then you're thinking, well, actually, if it's working this well with the basic software, let's get the better one so I can get you better results. So that's all it is. But again, you need to send emails to really like see the value in it. Otherwise, it's like it looks high end because you're sending in, well, MailChimp's whatever, 15 quid or whatever. But when you start getting results, you think, well, actually, with this particular email software, I can do really cool things with tagging and uploading to Facebook straight away, and automate more. Then it's so it's more advanced.
MailChimp's free, isn't it? Up to 2,000 addresses, and it's got the free automation. It's just lead pages you need to invest in. Yeah,
but again, it's MailChimp's cheap, but very basic. But definitely for what, in terms of everyone in this room now, you just need MailChimp. Yeah, you just need MailChimp. So don't worry about Infusionsoft.
So what Paul was saying, can we get a
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can
okay,
get the slides. No problem.
I think a lot of this, though, again, it depends on what CRM you have, right? Because to be, if you don't have a good one, I guess it makes this job or any about this work a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like, no, we would be
To
lost
an
without
extent.
ours with working with you now and
Yeah.
Matt, you know, if we didn't have that, it would be, you know, and a lot of guys I talk to don't have it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unknown.
It's just software. So software, like we spoke about systems, right?
Yeah.
Good software helps you create good systems. So if you want a better system, buy better software.
Yeah. See, I mean, most of them, I guess, when you connect with LinkedIn, it goes straight to you, straight into our database bank, you know, which is, you know, if we didn't have that, it would take you forever.
Mm.
Okay.
Any questions?
So just to explain the site, Paul, I didn't know that. You said when you link with someone on LinkedIn,
Yeah,
it
go
goes
straight.
straight into your...
Oh yeah, we just have to, yeah.
What database are you using?
It's, a lot of people in the UK have it. It's Canadian, it's called Workflow International, Desflow. And you guys, I tell it, with the pound being, I know it's weak, but it's a cheaper, it's not that expensive compared with, you know, anybody know Bullhorn?
Yeah.
That's crap compared with stuff.
We use this file finder.
Yeah, so
It's another
yeah,
site.
let's stay on Facebook, yeah.
But if you want to talk about that, it's phenomenal. Desk Flow International. Egon's in there, if that's a good idea, you know, just to give an idea of the big boys, but that's the only big one that has it.
Any more questions on this?
Right, so then I would choose, once I've chosen my audience, I've chosen my goal, how I want to target them. You then choose where the ad is displayed, and again we'll show you examples of all of these. Don't worry about that, but you've got, so the option I've got, so again if you're familiar with Facebook then you'll know what a newsfeed is, so you've got the option of newsfeed, option on the right hand side as well. Facebook own Instagram, so you've got the option of displaying your ad in Instagram as well, which is always worth doing. You've got like the audience network which is basically like Facebook have relationships with certain sites, similar to like when we looked at Google display ads. We've got relationships with certain sites where if you click on their site, again, and you log into your Facebook account, they will know who you are and display your ad based on those sites as well. Then you've got Messenger as well. So actually in your inbox, you can display ads. So in your private messages, you can display an ad of your services. That make sense?
Drew, you just said Facebook own Instagram, right? So, like, you know, let's just say you put an advert on Facebook, that's going to go on Instagram as well.
If you want
So,
to, yeah.
does that go out to people who are following you or who you're following? Or
Same targeting on Facebook. So it's using the Facebook targeting.
Right.
It's just displaying it in Instagram.
But let's just say, like, if I started following,
Nothing to do with who you're following.
right?
It's to do with what audience I've chosen to show my ads to.
Oh, okay, right.
So nothing to do with your personal Instagram account. It's to do with if.
The same.
Yeah. So if so let's say I'm in your target audience, right, and you're showing your ads to me on Facebook. You've uploaded my details. Facebook will know, this person also has Instagram on his phone or Instagram account. So we will show your ads to that person on Instagram as well.
So effectively, for the price of one, you get an advertisement in two places.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
For us more mature ones in the room, hasn't recruitment marketing changed a bit? The old days on the Rolodex.
Friday facts.
Yeah.
Right, that will make sense?
I didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
It's going to be like in 10 years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm planning to sell in 5.
8 by 5
The next 10 years it's amazing what's going to happen.
Mm.
You know?
And then lastly, so choose where it's displayed, and lastly you get to choose how you want your ad to be optimized. So your two options you've got is like conversions, which means like leads, assume that's your goal, or reach. So do you want your ad to be optimized to get the most number of, let's say you got a list of 1,000 people, do you want it to be sent to a bigger group of 1,000 people, or do you want it to be sent to a smaller number of people who are like to convert? So rather than everyone seeing your ad once, you get a smaller group who see your ad 5 times, for example. That make sense?
And what have you guys used as an example?
So always convert.
Conversion.
Always. Well, with the exception, so if we're doing an ad for lead generation, always conversion. But if we're doing an ad for, so we might say we've got all this list of buyers who we want to increase the relationship with. So we might have a video ad that doesn't sell anything necessarily, but it's just giving them content. Right, so it's really cheap. You just do it, have it going in the background. There, I want as many people to see it as possible. Right, there's no point in seeing it 5 times.
And with that video, what you're doing, then you could get that could also be an opt-in to you'd be opting them in then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So you're giving them.
You always have an opt-in action.
And that opt-in would get them on your list then.
Yeah, even if you're already on your list, I thought there's no point. It's not no point, but you might as well give them a call to action.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So the videos you're doing now and you're emailing now, right? You obviously want people to see them. So you could say actually, or as well as doing an email, I'm gonna put this as an ad on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right, and literally optimize it for video views, get lots of people seeing your video. Like assuming it's your people on your list, if your ideal clients, you help them. It's helping build the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? Got a question? No?
Just holding my breath.
Okay, so again, just want to show you some examples of ads. So this is a company called LinkedIn. You may have actually seen them actually. They do a lot of LinkedIn stuff, helping you with your... They help really automate a lot of stuff you do with LinkedIn. They do it for you. I've never actually used them, but I heard good things. And so here's the MD's Josh Turner, right? And he's showing me an ad trying to get me to watch a video, which then, if you watch the video, it's telling me to book an appointment into his calendar, so you can sell to me. But here's sort of an image ad just on Facebook. This is the Facebook new feed here, and here's an example of how I translate into Instagram. Right, so exactly the same copy, it's just literally with staying it in Instagram as well. Make sense?
Can I just ask, if you were to select the learn more, would that go on to like a capture form for, is that?
Would it, so this particular ad,
yeah,
it goes to a website, right, and the website's a video.
Yeah.
On the website's a video of him.
15. So that's like a lead page or a squeeze. That's a squeeze box or whatever you call it, is it? That square there with our.
No, it's just like it's just you click it and it goes to the website. Yeah. So it's just you click that link and then it brings up a new tab and it's his website with him in the video talking about LinkedIn. 15-minute video. Then he says,
but that's a lead. That's like a lead page. That's what you input into.
A lead.
Yeah, it's like the same concept as if on
squeeze page.
Yeah.
That's a squeeze page.
It goes to a landing page. Yeah. When you click it.
That's just an advert.
Do you mean so when you this is on Facebook?
Yeah.
It's an ad on Facebook. If I click that link, I will go to a page that shows an irresistible offer. Landing
But
page,
you have
right?
to build that, don't you? As well?
Which bit?
That
The ad?
Yeah.
No, not build it. You just get a picture.
It's got the URL.
So okay, he's happened to build a picture like that, but you could just literally. So Facebook, when you create an ad, have like stock images built in. So you can search for what type of image you're looking for. I don't know what it would be, right? And then it would find all the images that meet that search. You pick one, done. So he's got it designed and stuff. You don't have to do that. It can just be literally a selfie of yourself.
Drew,
Or
can I
picture
just
of you
ask,
on
on
your
the
dog.
left hand side you've
my dog.
got click to register and then you've got learn more. Are they going to take the same place as to, because you said about not to
So
the picture,
Yeah.
click to register there and then below you've got learn more.
Yeah.
Are they both going to take you to the same place?
Go to the same place, yeah.
Right.
So anywhere that I click on this image goes to the irresistible offer.
It goes to the squeeze page, right?
Yeah.
And then you watch the video and then he tries to sell you something at the end.
Tries to get me to book an
Tries to
appointment,
get
but
you
Is that easy to do though?
yeah, that is.
So you take a
Which
photograph.
bit? Which bit?
No, the actual ad, like you take a photograph of yourself or whatever, or your dog or whatever.
It is easy to do if you know graphic design. I mean, it would be easy for someone to do. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say like you could necessarily just go and do it.
You don't know how to do it.
I wouldn't. I couldn't do it either.
Yeah.
Like, I would have gotten. I don't know. Oh shit.
No, but you're right.
I don't know
It
graphic
takes so
design.
much time, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you should. I'm not being funny.
This is-
You're right. Paul shouldn't do it. You guys shouldn't do it. Get somebody to know who knows how to do it. Don't.
But look, don't be concerned with that
Yeah.
now. Just do the ad. 'Cause I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. This little bit here I'm talking about. The ad.
The picture.
Yeah, but
the picture and stuff. I mean, like that thing. Learn more.
What he's saying is, if you wanted to recreate something like that, yes, you need graphic design, but you don't need to have your advert looking like that on Facebook.
You could just literally take a selfie and have a picture
and
of
upload
yourself.
it.
Yeah.
Or browse. You click on browse.
Find
you
a
upload
stock,
your picture,
find a stock image.
You put your
You
title
don't need to
in,
get a fancy design.
Okay.
You can have an intro. You can have an intro video, can't you, for a minute?
Sorry.
You can also, instead of having an image, you can have an intro video, can't you?
Yeah.
Like what Terry's done when he's promoting his book on Facebook.
Yeah, you can have a video. Well, yeah.
To create adverts like that, there's a website called Canva, and you can create literally that.
Canva?
It's very simple and it's free.
C-A-V-A.
How do you spell it, please?
C-A-N-V-A.
Canva.
Canva. Well, it's literally.
V is a Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of my images get created on there. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Equally though, in terms of ads, don't go and rush and do that because there's no, you don't know if it's going to get a better response or not. Like, why don't add more steps if you don't need to? Do it first, and then when you're looking at testing it, improving it, then that could be something to do later on down the line.
Yeah, you're right.
This is free though, right? This camera.
Yeah, but you're doing it for the sake of doing it, not because it's going to get better results. You see what I mean?
A good looking ad like that doesn't necessarily going to get a better click rate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The picture of a dog might, so this is the whole thing about split testing, isn't it? So
Yeah.
try a dog, try
Exactly. I'm saying start with the easy
like that.
and then when you want to improve it, maybe look at that down the line. But for now, just get a stock image.
Yeah. Did your wife do graphic design?
No, she's not specifically graphic design.
I was photographer, yeah. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
But you have the objective of that is to have a good call to action, all right? I mean, there's got to be.
Yeah, but
anything.
Anything you do,
Yeah. Good call to action, so you get it's direct response marketing.
15-minute crash course of what's working. No, it's good, isn't it?
Sorry?
I like the way he's.
15-minute crash course on what's working now.
Yeah.
Effectively.
It's getting my attention.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Follow the formula. Yeah.
It's the same company, obviously. They're just obviously doing a split test, and they're thinking, well, will a picture of a woman work better? Right. Again, there's another Instagram ad. This is an ad from LinkedIn on Facebook. So LinkedIn are using Facebook to market their business, which is interesting. So again, it's like in 30 minutes. How can you fully understand a candidate? Here are 30 questions to help you find potential. Right. Again, very simple. So again, they've got it professionally designed. You don't need to do this. You just need a basic ad. It's offering a free report. You click on the link, and you get a web form where they're asking for this information.
So you could put some of your old ebooks or your old videos up.
Yeah, no, definitely do that. Don't create something extra. Like if you've got it ready, do that. If you've got the content, if you've already got the content, like don't waste time creating more. If you don't need to, just recycle it.
Subject line's the magnet here, though, isn't it? You know,
Always is.
Always
is. Yeah.
Again,
ammo into it.
Another example of ads. So I showed you in the online marketing module we done yesterday. I showed you this guy's YouTube ad, right? Or a picture of it at least. He, again, remarketed me on Facebook. Same ad, same. So this is a video ad, right? Same video. Show it to me on Facebook. Get me to go to his page and register for his webinar. Again, someone else offering an ebook, just on Facebook. And then here's an example of what's called a lead gen ad, where we spoke a lot about using the platform to drive traffic to get them off Facebook or wherever and get them to your irresistible offer. But what you can do now with Facebook and with LinkedIn as well, you can do what's called lead gen ads, where you can actually generate the lead without having to get them to leave. So what happens is they display an ad like this, right? So this is on the phone. You click the subscribe, and then a box opens. So this is all within Facebook, and it's pre-populated with the information in their Facebook profile. Right. So if it was me, I click that. It will say Drew Edwards, drew@terryedwards.com or whatever. Right here already pre-populated. So now I don't have to type it in. Right. So I can edit it if I want to, but it's pre-done. So you're removing a step for them. Right, then it just hit submit, and then they're on your list.
You see what you've got nothing to worry about when people opt out. It's how easy it is to...
So that's subscribe. That could be learn more or click here or it doesn't have to be the word subscribe.
No. No, I would say test it to see which words get the best response for you.
Drew, obviously on Facebook there's a lot of, a majority of the emails are personal email addresses.
On Facebook?
As opposed to like their business email address.
I don't know.
Or let me do the question again. So when we send sort of follow-up emails or ebooks, do you think it's more powerful on their business or their personal? The reason why I ask that is because I get a lot of my stuff off LinkedIn, and a lot of the time LinkedIn, it's got their personal email address as opposed to their business.
You just use the email address you've got. You use the email address you've got. So if it's you do not LinkedIn, I mean, use.
No, what I'm basically saying is what's more like, because I know that I log in more on my work.
Yeah, there's not a rule.
There's no evidence that supports that's one.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. Like, I don't know how people respond like to email compared to personal. No idea. But use the email you've got. If you don't respond to one, use the other one.
And if you get someone who uses both, because we've had that in the past, just continue.
If they've given you both, That's some of you. Anybody here in this room get 2 emails from me, and the same email? Yeah. Because at some stage you've given me 2 different email addresses. It happens all the time. Yeah.
Again, here's an example of it on Instagram. It's a similar thing. I click learn more, and it's just a pre-populated box on Instagram. So again, I've only got sort of my username on Instagram, so not all the details, but I can enter it in there, and then hit next. Done without even leaving the platform, but you've got them on your list. Another example. So again, now recruit name is London. It's actually a recruitment firm. Click apply now. Hit next, and then again, pre-populated form.
Wow.
Just hit submit.
Right.
So this is really good for candidates as well. Really find candidates.
That's a big thing now on Instagram.
Sorry, does that email, that list get sent to you as a CSV file, or do you have to download it?
So, yeah, either you have to download it, or you can connect it to your CRM system. Right, so even like, I don't know about the one you use, but even, I believe MailChimp, but even like the basic email marketing systems are aware of this going on Facebook, and they want more. They want more business, so they make it easy for you to be able to do it.
You know, when you said you go from clicking that, you click submit.
Yeah.
But isn't there? I thought if you click that, it takes you to the lead page or the squeeze page, whatever, that shows you all the benefits. Are you skipping that out?
Yeah, this is the point I'm trying to make. Like, you don't need to do that anymore.
We still have the lead page in there. You just take that.
It's literally just on within the platform.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it pre-populates.
It pre-populates.
Yeah.
So it's time set, so it's literally 3 clicks for the end.
Bang, you've got all the details. Yeah.
It's so chunky, hasn't there?
Yeah.
You just boom, do this to get that.
Yeah. So now, it's, on a mobile device, it's just like, oh right, I'll get that. Bang, they hit subscribe or whatever. They've got your email address, they've got all the information, it's done.
And then they send you to that site or to the...
Well no, so let's say so yeah, like if you want, right, you can put, so this company haven't done it, but you can, so after you hit submit, then it will say success, whatever, you can put your website after that, but the reason you want to run to your website is to get the lead.
Yeah.
You've got the lead.
Because it's just about direct response marketing, you just want the lead, you don't want anything else really, do you?
So you could get to that end, and then at that point it goes into your, for example, MailChimp CRM, and automatically into your email automations, and we're there.
Yeah, so you're literally just skipping this step. So you go from traffic to autoresponder.
Is that making sense then?
Yeah, yeah, sort of. It's actually a bit, it takes out a big step, doesn't
Absolutely,
it?
yeah.
This is pay-per-click as well, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all what we're talking about, pay-per-click.
Yeah. But just to be clear, I'm not saying this will get you better results than using the squeeze page. I'm saying these are things you should be testing.
Yeah.
Right? So don't think, oh, I cut that step, I'm going to do that instead.
Well, so if I'm giving them an ebook, when they click submit the ebook, I'll be able to get the ebook to forward to them, or I'll be able to get them to go straight to the video, and then that's it. Yeah. I've got all my information.
Yeah.
And I follow it up whatever way I want them.
was just going to say, I think the fact that it's over 70% now of all social media activity happens on a smartphone or a tablet.
Yeah.
That just makes it so much easier than for those users.
So Drew, just to think on the previous page, you could actually, when you're setting up this ad, you could effectively attach your ebook to it, and as soon as someone goes through that process, it will email them the ebook or the video or whatever they've subscribed to.
Yeah. Right, again, another example, this person's put a few more benefits on, so notice here they've just put a short sentence, not really that compelling. But here they've put a few more bullet points of why I should click next. Again, just another example, same thing though, same concept. I'm not leaving Instagram, it's just there. Again, another example, same thing. Again, I've got a bit more information. So this is another, so it's not a recruitment firm, but they are, I don't think, they're using it to find candidates. Right, so the ad's there, click learn more, tell me a bit more about the company and about the role, and then I hit submit.
So when you said learn more, it just opens out that picture to have the text.
As soon as I click that, so this is on a mobile device, right? As soon as I click that, and then next page I see is this, all on my mobile phone.
Yeah.
Right, and then I click that, and then I see this. Sorry, it's not even that. I scroll down and I see this.
And that's not a squeeze page. That's something you put into Facebook.
This is in Facebook, yeah. Is that all making sense? Again, so another thing you can do is you can show ads that get people to send you a message, and then again, this is really new. So I'm not saying necessarily go this tomorrow, but at least be aware of it because it could be really big in the future. But so the ad would say like, I've got this offer, if you want to know more, send me a message saying get started, right? You click the link, again the message gets typed automatically, I send them a message, and he says, welcome Drew. So this is all done by bots, right? It's not him typing, it's all done automatically within seconds. As soon as I click on the ad, it just says, bang, Facebook automatically sends him this message, and then he replies with this. Welcome Drew, I'd be happy to tell you more about Savage Marketing Academy. PS, if you ever want to unsubscribe, just type stop. So again, I'm guessing that's a legal thing I have to do. Can I just ask, what is it you need help with most, right? And he gives you 3 options. So again, for you could say to a potential client, what is it you help with most, give them a few options. They click. Based on what I click, the response is different. Does that make sense? So I click, so what did I click? My digital owned products, again, automatically, since this, great. As you know, I did near 3 million a year for my own digital product without any JVs or big email list. Inside the academy, I'll let you look over my shoulder, and everything I teach is short, to the point, and keeps it right now. If this sounds like it interests you, you can see what's included in my program. Try for just only $1. I click that, drives me to a website, right? But the idea is, it's specific to, based on what I've told him, it's specific to the needs that I have at that time, right? So if I said, run my own ad agency, the link he sends me will be different, and it'll be a different message, because it's about digging into the pains of your clients. That make sense?
Did you pay the trial?
No, I don't like free trials, unless it seems too cheap.
On the free trials, $1.
Well, yeah, but again, so Facebook groups, say it's a fairly new thing. We've only just started doing, but I'm seeing a lot of people get a lot of success from it. And basically, what it's about, similar. So we talk a lot about LinkedIn groups with our clients. So similar concepts, using it to create a community, increase customer loyalty. People that you're already working with, you can create a Facebook group just for them, and also potentially free leads as well. Because it's not paid stuff. This is free, right? So again, to start a group, you won't see this on the notes, but I'll send you the slides. If you log into your Facebook account, on the left-hand side you'll see groups. So you click on groups, and then the next page you'll see is a page that looks like this. It shows the groups that you are in, if you're in any, and then you just click create your own group, and then you get create your own group. So, like again, back to what we spoke about earlier, like the golden rule of social media marketing is to get people off that platform and onto a platform that you control. So the same thing with our group. So to make it work for you with the groups, you engage in conversations, and you make sure your profile or Facebook page is optimized for conversions.
And we've seen a lot of recruiters tend to use in Facebook groups for candidates. Why wouldn't you, quite frankly? But very few using it for clients at the moment. But I think you're missing the trick there. So,
can I just ask, what's the difference between a group and a page?
Yeah, so a page is like a Facebook group is like use LinkedIn. Yes. So a Facebook group is like a LinkedIn group, right? And you have a company page on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And a Facebook page is like a company page on LinkedIn.
Okay, so you do your business account, set up, you're actually a company page.
Sorry, say that again.
When you set up a business on your own business Facebook account, you're actually doing a business
It's
page.
effectively a company page, yeah. Right. If you translate it to LinkedIn.
What's the difference between that and a group?
What between?
Well, it's different between my Facebook page, default job, and,
yeah.
And a group.
Do you know the difference between your a LinkedIn group and your business page?
On LinkedIn.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
community of people.
Yeah. So it's just it's still a different thing.
Yeah.
That's what big difference is, but it's a different thing. Just another way, basically another way to get your message in front of your ideal clients. That make sense?
It's particular for anybody that's just interim. Anybody here doing interim? Oh yeah. So great to have those groups seem to be really effective on Facebook and LinkedIn, to be fair, for interim guys, because you can communicate to them really quickly to get them in. Yes, Brad.
Just quickly with that, set up the page, it sounds great if you get, suppose, whether you're into lawyers or accountants or whatever, you get them all talking, is there a way to stop them saying, oh, by the way, we've got a job at our place, apply here, because you don't want that community talking about jobs, you want them to come to you for jobs. Do you know what I'm saying?
You can control what they say, yeah. You can delete what they say if you don't like it, if you happen not to like it.
As the owner of the group. And the same on LinkedIn, which we're covering due course.
Can I just ask a question on groups? You can get somebody to outsource this for you, to work the groups?
Everything is, you can get,
Yeah, because that's one thing we got out of the talk to as well. Because we've had, an interim group for candidates and an interim group for clients, and it's just, the trouble with groups, you've got to work it.
Like anything, yeah.
Yeah, you can outsource it. So again, this is an example of how you can generate leads from your group. So I joined this group called I Work in Personal Development. So again, you could have one called I Work in whatever, again for candidates or clients. I joined the group, or I applied to join the group. Again, keeps waiting like a couple of days, and then when it's accepted, he's obviously accepted all these people at the same time. It's a bit difficult to see, but what he's done is put a post in the group and then tagged me in it, right? So if you're familiar with Facebook, you familiar with tagging on Facebook?
Yeah.
Right, so he tagged my name in it, so, and all these other people. And it basically says like, welcome to the group, I've got this free offer that tells you how to generate leads with Facebook groups, right? Which is obviously what he's doing. And he tags me in it, so I'm walking down the street, I get a notification on my phone that so-and-so has tagged you in this post. I click on it and it's making this free offer to go to his page. Does that make sense? So you've got candidates or clients join your group, you say, welcome to the group, again, you can do a similar thing on LinkedIn, right? Welcome to the group. I've got this free report, this free video, this free webinar that shows you how to do X, Y, Z. Is that making sense?
Yeah. Would you put that as the first thing as soon as someone joins your group on LinkedIn, for example?
Why not? So this is literally the first thing this guy did. So basically when I learned about Facebook groups, everyone's like, this is what I need to go to. So I want to see what he was doing. Joined this group and this is what happened. Like he tagged you in a post straight away. And again, so after the first, so I've been in like maybe 4 weeks now. After this tagging, he hasn't tagged me since, but it's got literally 1,000 members, so it'll take me ages to do. But he's then constantly posting. He's helping people out, answering questions and stuff, but then constantly posting like irresistible offers of some sort. So just get them off the group and then onto another platform.
It's like you had a need, so reached out.
And also, he's positioned himself as the expert. So if you've got a group with, let's say, financial directors, and you're posting useful, you're the expert.
So you could.
There's less pushback on the expert.
So with the email that you're sending out, you could cut and paste, and you could put that email on your group or your on your company page.
Yeah,
everywhere.
So again, to show you what happens when I click the link, I go to this again, squeeze page, what we've been talking about, where I have to give my name and email address. right? Again, going to spend a short time on Twitter, just because I know people want to hear about it, but it's going to be very short, just because although you know a lot of people who use it successfully to get candidates, I can't think of anyone who uses it successfully to win business consistently. Right?
If there's anybody here that does, no, please let us know.
We use it. We have the lead joy from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've known people that have got lucky, and like they have got business from it, but it's always been, oh, we did 1 month and it haven't happened in 11 months. So it's again, we use it, but we use it like we outsource it, and all we use it for is we just post our blogs on it. So the emails that we do, when they get published as a blog, automatically it gets sent to Twitter, and that's all we use it for. But again,
do you interact with anybody or anything like that?
Not really. Occasionally, very occasionally, but not really. Like the majority of our time is spent in LinkedIn for sure, and then on Facebook with the ads. Like, but really, like,
I guess it's too short. What you can put is too short to promote business and so on.
I'm not sure if it's the length necessarily. I think they perhaps don't gather as much information as other platforms do. I mean, like you can't. So okay, you follow people and you can follow companies, but apart from that, there's not like with Facebook. Like your Facebook are watching everything. They're watching like the pages you like, and it's like the obvious thing. But then they're watching what post you like. So your friend posts a picture of a particular car, happens to mention the model of that car in the post, and you like it. Suddenly, they know that about you, and you know what I mean. Yeah. So I think it's probably like it's a big platform, and it could change. Right now, yeah, as I said, I don't know anyone who's consistently generating income from it. So yeah, candidates, yes, but no one who's generating business from it.
I suppose Twitter's, going back to your point initially, it's more about brand awareness and engagement rather than actually lead generation.
Yeah.
So it's going to be allow you to sort of have an audience, but not necessarily do much with that audience. So about your next piece of.
Yeah, and we obviously we do webinars and so on. We'll put it on Twitter. Tell people. I think I've got 7,000-8,000 followers, but not convinced yet. Yeah.
It is hit and miss.
Yeah, and it could change, but for right now, if you're going to use it, outsource it. But I think, as I said, I've never seen anybody, and not just in print, by the way. Like I really don't know anybody who's like they've done this and transformed the business. I know loads of people who use email, loads of people use Facebook, loads of people use LinkedIn. Everything else we talked about, I know loads of people who've used that to transform their business. Never anyone to say Twitter. So it's just, I know a lot of people always ask about it, so just to mention that. Again, if you did want to use it, you want to get followers. So again, Terry's got, I think, 7,000, 8,000 followers. All we've done really is tweeted interesting information that our followers are interested in. Again, we're just taking the emails, putting them as blogs and posting it. And then we use, again, like a bot to do this as well, or we can outsource it. We follow the people who are in our target market, a percentage of them follow you back. And then you go and follow the ones that don't follow you back. Very simple. And when you get to a certain point, it starts happening organically.
Why do you unfollow the ones that don't?
No.
Benefit?
What's the benefit of following?
Just if you're following them, then it doesn't change anything, does it?
Well, the ratio of followers to, so again, like the ratio of like followers to following.
Yep.
You can't. So they put a block on it when you're following more people than following you back, right?
Okay.
So and it's
because it's putting the right message out.
Yeah. So I'd rather unfollow ones that unfollow me than follow more of people
Yes.
who might follow me down the line. Yeah. But again, it's not something I want to spend too much time on because I don't know anyone where to transform my business. So again, moving on to LinkedIn, unless anyone's got any questions about that. No?
So let's just raise your hands. Raise your hands if you're not on LinkedIn in this room. Just to, yeah, everybody's on here. Yeah, everybody's on there. Fantastic. Yeah, an exceptional source of leads. Almost perfect for recruitment and search firms, as you see in a moment, and you can access a real targeted database. So some sort of golden rules that we've touched on with some guys individually, but you can optimise your profile so you can generate leads. Keep repeating, it's direct response marketing. So your profile, you should give them, the reader, the option of opting in at the bottom. So you'll be offering something so they can opt in. There are 2 million groups on LinkedIn. As a member, you're allowed to join 100. So Mike, you guys with 140 consultants, I smiled when you told me that yesterday. One of the things I've been encouraging you guys to do is to each of your consultants to join 100 groups on LinkedIn. It's a great marketing platform. Like anything else that we do though, it's about the results you get against the activity. It's all about, you know, generating leads and being consistent with it as well.
It's hard to get 100 leads though.
100?
It's hard to get to 100 groups.
How do you mean it's hard?
Well, a lot of the groups they won't let you in, right? You know, the groups that I want to get into.
Yeah, so
I've got 50, and I maybe every so often I check them, and because I need to be a chartered accountant to get in one, I need to be an MBA to get another,
Yeah, so it's made a good point there. Some groups on LinkedIn, they won't let you join for that because you're not a CEO or a chartered accountant or whatever. Not all the groups. So there's 2 million groups out there. You're spoilt for choice. A lot of the recruiters tend to join other groups where other recruiters are. You're not going to get any business from that. No. So I would encourage you to leave those groups, apart from that group with that guy Terry Edwards, but we'll come back to that later, seriously, and join groups where your clients are members, because there's some things you can do on there. And I know a lot of you guys say, yeah, we want to get candidates, and we kind of touched on this yesterday. What we'd encourage all of you to do is to work on a retained basis and get the clients to be paying you up front. So we encourage you constantly to be engaging with the client rather than the candidate. And we're constantly, especially you retain guys, that's where the money is. Getting the client to go, yeah, I trust you, I'm going to pay you a retainer. That's where your money is.
Can I just add?
Yeah.
Because one of the things about search is that versus contingency, and it's not just that you get a higher fee, it's just that you get all your expenses paid.
Yeah.
I mean, our average, if you look at, Egon, Zender, these guys, they charge 50% extra of the fee just for disbursements.
50?
15, 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, so their fee could be $200,000 or $100,000.
Yeah.
And they get another 45 grand just for expenses. It's rip off.
15%.
15%. Yeah. And by the way, you can as well. You just put it on. Some clients will push back. You go, okay. It's a bit like the service charge here. And some people go, I'm not having that.
But at the end of the day, it helps your bottom line, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. As you say, if they've paid up front, they're going to take the process more seriously. So they are going to give you feedback, and take the whole actual process and yourself more seriously rather than if they
so that's why, going back to this, that's why we say engage with potential clients and decision makers. And just, I think it was you, Paul, I touched on this yesterday. You want to be engaging with clients who can give you, so if you want to recruit 100,000, be engaging with clients who are earning about 150,000. And one of the biggest mistakes I make is that recruiters are engaging with guys that are, say, earning 100, 150,000, and they say to me, I'm not getting into the big roles. And say, you're talking to the wrong people. You've got to be talking to the right people. You stand no chance whatsoever unless you're talking to the right people.
You're talking to candidates or
clients? Clients. So talk to clients who are earning, we reckon, 30 to 40% more than you actually recruit at, to get those to get the bigger roles.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Never thought about it like that.
Again, like with social media, so it's not just LinkedIn, but social media in general. Like one of the benefits, the social side that you get from it, in that you get. So you probably again use Facebook, use LinkedIn. You've seen this firsthand. Like when people interact with your post, in your groups, wherever it is, their connections or their friends also see that as well. And people, again, as I keep saying, people are creatures of habit. They tend to be. Your potential clients will probably be connected to more of your potential clients, and your candidates will be connected to more of your other candidates. So what happens is, when they interact with your social media activity, you get more people in your target audience seeing it, and you get this snowball effect. So the more people that interact, the more people that see it. But again, as always, the goal isn't interaction, the goal is direct response, but as a side benefit, you get the social interaction and a bigger reach as well. Make sense?
Yeah. Just one thing on the groups. I know a lot of the groups push back on sort of touting for business within the groups. So if you sort of position yourself as offering a free ebook or whatever,
yeah,
would you think that would be regarded as touting for business, or are you actually offering?
Yeah, probably. If it's like a strong offer, then yeah. But the way to sort of get around that is, rather than say get my ebook, right? What we do, don't do it so much now, but what we did is like so you're in LinkedIn groups where your target audience are. You will either get involved in conversations where you can provide valuable input, or you start them, right? And then all you do is, like when you sign off an email or text, you just put like your name at the bottom, right? You do that, but then you also put your website.
Or your lead page where you want them to opt in. Wherever it is you want them to opt in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just say Gary Collins, and then underneath www.garycollins.com.
So if you said something interesting, and they go, oh, here's this Gary, they may look at your profile, or just go to this website, bang, that's your lead page and the offer.
Yeah.
If that's their property.
You get some people just click. And also what you get as well, you get some people visit your profile, which is why it's important to have your profile optimized for lead generation. So when they go there, you get them off LinkedIn and onto a platform that you control.
So again, like we talked about yesterday, most profiles, I did this, I worked there, all about you, nobody cares. So you talk about their problem. Remember the AIDA formula: attention, interest, desire, action. Click here for a free report on your LinkedIn summary, and you'll generate leads just off your LinkedIn profile.
It's like you said to me, get in touch, for example. I had nothing on there like that.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I've got like booking forms and all sorts.
Mm.
So it's good.
Mm.
When you do a post, when you do your post, so I'll do an email and then I put it on my website, and then I'll actually put it onto my company page on LinkedIn, and I'll share that. Would you do you think of your company page, or do you put it directly in? So let's say you've got a post or you've got a video or something you're going to do.
Yeah.
I usually put it on my company page, and then I share that company page out. Am I doing the right thing, or should I be putting it directly, or should I be directly going to myself as?
You should.
You do both.
You should do both, but really, probably the better response is should be outsourcing it and getting someone else to do both. So it brings us to the next bit. Like,
okay.
Social media is great. You get good results from it, but it's easy to do. I mean, you could get an employee, or you can outsource it and get someone to do it for you. It's not a good, write an email, great use of time. Because only you can write an email. Okay, you can hire an expensive copywriter, but realistically only you can write an email in your personality. Anyone can do the stuff on social media. So, pay them to do it.
That's what we were teaching, weren't we? Best use of your time.
Yeah.
As a business owner, that's not best use of your time.
So it's like now, once you know the process, you know what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Basically, so what we do is, right, you record a video of yourself doing it and screen share. Right. So all we'll do with our virtual assistant in Thailand, right? We'll say every day I want you to take the email that you get in your inbox and do this with it. Copy and paste it, put it here with images like this. Then go to Facebook, do that. When people request to connect with us, send this 3-step process. So everything that we want them to do is recorded on video. And you send them the video and say, that's what I want doing. Right, and then it's done. And then, okay, you can get someone in the UK to do it, it will be more expensive, or you can get someone in the Philippines, Thailand, India, who will be just as good, realistically. Like, it's not a difficult, that's what I mean, it's not a difficult job to watch a video and copy.
But you need to give them
your username and password, yeah.
Your username, and you need to get them. They need to get a lot onto your website and your WordPress and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or create one that you can control.
yeah, you need to give them the access they need to do it, but really, is that where you're going to get the best return doing it yourself? Like, no.
So what do we pay per hour to go and click in?
It's not even per hour, I think it's like £2 per post. So we send daily emails, so everyone gets £2, and then so we get to do like editing our podcast as well. So, but we do it based on activity rather than an hourly rate. Therefore, that way, like if it takes a long time to do it, it doesn't matter. You do it quickly, equally. I'm not good for him, but saying that, like when you go outside the UK, you can get it incredibly cheap anyway. It's in India, like to pay someone $3 an hour is a good salary.
Do you recommend that to do that? Do you recommend anyone to do this?
Yeah.
Right.
Use like that.
Yeah, if you could let me know about that, is that
Yeah,
brilliant?
definitely. But if it wasn't from us, you'd go to like a freelancing website, so people per hour, Elance, another one. And you could probably find someone on Fiverr, someone mentioned yesterday, but any like freelancing website, you can find someone to do it. Like there's loads of people who offer like social media management, and they'll do their own thing, but if you tell them what to do, they'll be happy to do that as well.
Maybe people who host your website, who you pay to host your website, would that break the agreement with them? If you've got other people going into your website and doing things?
Depends on your agreement. I can't give it. Really depends on your personal agreement. Yeah.
Probably not though. You allowed to obviously if it's your website, yeah, do what you want.
That's what social media.
Yeah.
It's your intellectual property.
Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, you want to systemize and outsource as much of it you can. That's how you get the automation element of marketing, by systemizing and outsourcing it. Another way is with the paid advertising. So again, touching this in the internet marketing bit, but just very quickly, you've got 3 types of ads effectively on LinkedIn at the moment. Anyway, it may change in the future. You've got text ads, you've got sponsored content, which is like the equivalent of a Facebook newsfeed ad, and then you've got sponsored email, which is like you can pay to have your message sent to the inbox of your ideal clients. That make sense?
Yeah.
In terms of targeting, the choices you've got matched audience, which is like website businesses. Again, we spoke about it yesterday with cookies. You've got matched audience in terms of you can either give LinkedIn company names. So I want to target this list of companies or email addresses. Or you can use the LinkedIn database targeting, again you mentioned before as well. There's 3 types of audience that you get on LinkedIn.
So if you did companies, you'd only want above a certain level, wouldn't you, if you did it by...
If you do companies, you only want... I can't see the reason necessarily why recruiters do companies, because you can't... If you choose this type of targeting, right, and you do companies, you can't pick the job title. Right, so there's not, just to say what it is, but there's not really a reason why you would want to do it per se. Because you're targeting the whole.
Well, the size of our clients, we just wouldn't be interested, you know,
Yeah.
everything from the photocopy person to the chief executive.
Exactly, it's not really. I don't know. I can't think of an industry where that would be relevant, but they offer it. So just to let you know, it's there. But yeah, or email addresses or the LinkedIn database targeting.
So Craig, can you just repeat that on the company side, because that's what I just was thinking.
So there's no real reason that you would need to target with companies,
right?
Because when you choose this type of targeting, you don't get to pick the job title. So you'll be targeting, let's say you said Barclaycard, you'll be targeting everybody who works at Barclaycard. Right. So there's not really a reason why, that I can think of anyway, why anyone would want to do that. But yeah, why you'd want to do that.
But couldn't you, like, you know, when you use a job board, for example, where you use a company and then go by the title, job title, does it give you the option to...
No, that's what I'm saying. With this type of marketing, matched audience, you don't get to pick the job title.
Right, okay.
You can with the LinkedIn database targeting, you can pick company and job title and location. With this, you're just saying, here's a list of companies, you want to target those. But don't worry about it, you don't need it, but just make your own. So again, to show you text ads, you've got, again, if you're familiar with LinkedIn, you've seen these. You've got these on the right hand side here. and then this along the top are just text ads. For the sponsored content ads you've got, so again you've probably seen this even if you don't notice it, just in the news feed, so your LinkedIn profile news feed, you'd have ads like this, very similar to the way Facebook are doing it. And then you've also got, again similar to Facebook, the lead gen ads, right, where within LinkedIn they just click sign up, it populates it with their LinkedIn information, so first name, last name, email address, telephone number. I think you have the option to gather 6 pieces of information. Is it 7?
7, yeah.
6 or 7. So you pick what information do I need. Here, so you know, like yesterday we spoke about, someone asked like, oh, how much information do you ask for on the squeeze page? Here, because I don't have to type it in, you can get away with asking for more. Because the problem with squeeze pages is I have to type it in. So these 7 spots or 6 spots, like I have to type in all that information. On here, it's already done for them. Right, so you can get ask for everything you need because you can get away with it without. When we test it, we can't see any drop-in response, so you may as well get their name, email address, job title, phone number, company name, like everything.
The star sign. Let me know.
And here is a sponsored email ad, right? So it's just the LinkedIn inbox. I've got my the normal messages, and then at top here, so it says sponsored there, it's a bit small, I might see it maybe. Here, like this is someone not trying to sell to me, but making me an offer. They're paid to get their message sent into my inbox. Make sense? Alright? And so what you want to be doing with social media, again we touched on this yesterday, is you want to have multi-step campaigns. Again, everything you're talking about, although we've covered them in separate subjects and separate modules, what you're really building is you're building a marketing machine that brings new leads consistently, right? So every week, month, day, you've got new leads coming in. Then you don't have to be worried about unsubscribes. Then you don't have to be worried about knowing where your next client is coming from, right? Because you know you've got coming in. You don't have to worry about walking away from business because you know every day, week and month, you've got leads coming in, people who are saying they're interested. You don't have to worry about lowering your fees because, again, even if one person says no, you know, with the hundreds of leads we're getting, someone's going to be willing to pay my fee. And it makes your business predictably scalable if you know the numbers, if you know what the average lifetime value of your client is. Does that make sense? Right, so maybe you've got, again, just a few examples of a multi-step campaign. Maybe you've got your squeeze page here, and you've got your cookies on your squeeze page. So you've got LinkedIn cookies, Facebook cookies, and Google cookies, right? All on the same squeeze page. Let's say, for example, you use LinkedIn to drive traffic, right, to that squeeze page. So this is LinkedIn, paid ads, organic, whatever, doesn't matter. You're using LinkedIn to get the majority of the traffic to visit this page. As soon as they hit it, again, you're getting some leads opt in straight away. So some people are opted in straight away, right, and then they're getting your email autoresponders, right. So let's say get free, and then you've got like when I finish that, go into your big campaign, which is your daily emails, right? So you get some people to opt in. Then you've got let's say you get 100 people there, 20 of them become leads. Great, you've got leads, people who've got an interest now. But then you've got the other 80 who you can now retarget to on Facebook, right? Driving them back here or to another offer, to retarget to them on LinkedIn again. Simple that. LinkedIn again, and then retarget them with Google as well, and you're driving them back to this offer, to this page, right, with remarketing. Okay, then you've got the people who are here, who have opted in. You've also got remarketing on those people as well. So perhaps they're seeing your video on Facebook that is there to help build the relationship. Perhaps they're seeing your video on LinkedIn. But you're constantly, so when someone opts in, right, when someone becomes a lead, from that moment on, you want to almost dwarf them, right? So to them, the perception is that you are everywhere. This company is everywhere. This company is relentless. There's no way, like your goal should be, I said before, like your goal should be that when your clients are ready to buy your services, you are the first person they think of. Right? Some of them are going to ignore the Facebook, they can ignore LinkedIn, maybe it's Google that gets them. Some of them are going to ignore the emails, but maybe they see your Facebook video. Or maybe you get some that see all of it. But the idea is, when they are ready to buy, they think of you. And if you're doing all of this on a consistent basis, you will never have to worry about generating leads. And every step of this, the videos, the ads, provide an evidence of why they should buy from you over everybody else. Every email you send, you're giving them a story, you provide an evidence to present your case. Does that all make sense?
Yeah. Can you remind me about, remarketing, I guess, Facebook remarketing and LinkedIn? Do you mind what Google remarketing is?
Same thing as, do you understand Facebook and LinkedIn remarketing?
Yeah, it sticks it at
Same
the
thing.
corner.
Yeah.
So the ad in the corner of telling it onto Google.
Not onto Google, but Google have like an audience network, right? So these are websites that Google has a relationship with,
Yeah.
which is like 90% of the websites in the world. And then so Google will say, when, let's say Sky Sports, right? When this person visits Sky Sports, I'm going to show this ad.
Well, that could be Google.
Yeah, it could be Google, could be like with Facebook remarketing is in the Facebook platform. With LinkedIn remarketing is in the LinkedIn platform. With Google, it's pretty much everywhere else.
So you start off with the cookie from LinkedIn, though, right? Or Google? No, Google.
page.
You start, you may as well.
No, where does the cookie come from initially on this?
From LinkedIn, Facebook, and Google.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go onto those.
This is all new, so I've never done this.
No, yeah. Like, I'll tell you what, I'll do it for you. If you're a client, I'll do it for you. I will literally go onto your LinkedIn account, get the cookie. If you use lead pages or ClickFunnels, I'll put it on for you.
Okay.
Like, it's not a big job. I feel like we're getting a bit too caught up in the detail of
Yeah,
how to do it,
okay,
right?
okay.
But it's not. Seriously, it's
Tara
not,
can do it, probably. Right?
like, yeah, it's not a big job. It's literally, as long as you know what you're doing,
Okay.
right? Simple. Right, but once it's there.
Is there anything in here about telling her to do that?
No, Paul, we'll do it for you. We'll do it for you. Don't worry about it. We'll do it for you.
Yeah, I'm saying I will do it for you. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
Right? Just worry about the process.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So either I'll do it for you, or at least if you've got someone doing your marketing, I will walk with them and show them how to do it. I'll literally do a Skype call.
Okay.
And same for you as well. Like, I'll show you how to do it.
Just want to make sure I'm taking the right message back to the right market.
Yeah.
So how do you know do we get where
And drop me an email.
That's true.
Tell you what, let's not go into more detail. We'll get that done. We'll get it done. We'll do it. Yeah.
We've got your details, we haven't got your details.
Yeah.
He's on He's the real one in the cake.
Right, does that all make sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, do you have any questions?
I think the last summing up what you've done there, Drew,
Forget nothing.
hits the nail on top of the head for me.
Yeah.
It's not just one little thing, it's bringing it together so that you are at the forefront of your customer's mind when he or she is ready for a purchase.
So it's a mixture of touch emails or touch contact through all of this and irresistible offers,
Direct mail.
feelings,
All
direct
this, yeah.
mail.
Everything, yeah.
Market domination.
That's
If
right.
you're doing the content, one thing I've learned from this is I'm doing the content, but I'm not doing any of this. So
Yeah.
I'm missing out on the huge trick.
Yeah.
It just could be all automated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's awareness, right? They don't know yet.
That's right. So the challenge that some of you say, oh, with the big boys, they just sell the cards on the client's desk and they get the business. And we talked about obscurity. If you're obscure, you stand absolutely no chance. And the challenge we talked about again yesterday, client, never gets fired, for buying nobody ever gets fired for buying an IBM or, the big search firms or whatever. Again, because the perceived risk is, if I work with Dennis, who I've never bloody heard of, but if they're working with you and 2 or 3 board members go, yeah, I know those guys, Corbyn Fox, it's all about perception. Dennis is a load of it. This guy's an expert. He's got reports on Amazon. He's got e-books. Yeah, it's all about perception. It's a safe decision to make. Yeah? Yes.
So in our business we have our own company LinkedIn page, but all the consultants have a LinkedIn page.
No.
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 Have a
Have a profile.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. LinkedIn profile. Yeah. So
Yeah, they would have a
we
LinkedIn profile,
skip all their contacts of everybody's personal account, put it into the company account.
I don't understand that question.
So the consultants will have their own LinkedIn connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd have to put all of those into one company LinkedIn page to make content.
Downloading all the emails, basically.
Or would each consultant be doing these campaigns?
Each consultant. So in terms of the paid ads, it's just you doing it, like your paid ads account. In terms of like the organic stuff that we went through quickly, like each consultant in your team is doing.
Well, we're doing this as well.
Yeah. So they're all in 100 groups. They're all in. Like they're all doing it.
So going back to Mike, where you talk about 100, how many consultants? 140. One thing I'm getting all guys to do pretty quickly is to join each of them to join 100 separate groups. And I said, just get in there, and we're going to show you what to do. You're sitting on the gold mine there, and for all of you, you know, just get your consultants into the appropriate groups where your clients are members.
I'm scared about how much it is.
You're scared? I'm sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
Is the lunch working for you?
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick question in relation to ebooks. How often would you sort of send out an ebook? How often would you do that?
As often as you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
We touched on it, but yeah, as often as you want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just have a follow-up question on that? Which software package would you recommend for creation of ebooks?
I'll create on Word and make it into a PDF.
Just do it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canva again is pretty good for it. All mine
Yeah,
are made on Canva.
Canva.
Yeah, Canva's awesome.
Alright.
Can I just check? I mean, I might be totally wrong now. I just want to check.
That's it, yeah.
That
Free platform.
What more guy?
That's all I do is free.
You come in through LinkedIn, right? So
That was an example, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So someone comes into LinkedIn, they go onto your landing page. Your landing page has got your irresistible offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've got your irresistible offer.
Some have. Not everybody will opt in.
Everybody, yeah.
Okay. So the remarketing is those that didn't opt in.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
okay.
no, it's not. It's to like you have remarketing for different. You have different goals with your remarketing, right?
Yeah.
So you've got people that didn't opt in. Your goal is to get them to opt in.
Yeah.
Then you've got people that did. Your goal is to grow that know, like, and trust.
Yeah, so you're not going to be sending them back on the same
No.
landing
Yeah,
page,
they
are
get
you?
different remarketing message.
Right, okay, sorry, that's just sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What to take in?
Okay. A lot of you have asked about landing pages. A lot of you have asked about, you know, how can you help us do this? A lot of you have asked about, you know, I don't know how to do this, and we totally get that. So for our existing elite guys, we will do your remarketing codes for you. Yeah? And for non-clients, I'm going to show you something. I'd like to show you something now about really how we work together. We've got two programs. We've got a 6-figure accelerator and a 7-figure elite. Both obviously for recruitment and search firm owners. So 6-figure, if you want to really get some solid 6 figures in your business over the next 12 months, there's an annual investment which you pay monthly of 8,280. And then we've got the 7-figure, and your annual investment is 19,000. This is brand, but you'll pay monthly. And it's really for the 7-figure to take you from 6 to 7 to 7 figures and beyond. But for all the new guys, what we're going to do as well, so you're concerned about ebooks, we're going to do those for you. We'll do all your my apologies. Remarketing, my apologies. So we're going to do all of your remarketing. We're going to give you the templates for your ebooks. We'll give you the template emails. Here's our objective. We want you to literally within the next 10 days start doing stuff and start getting some leads in. There's no other agenda. We just want you to start getting leads in because you're asking me a load of questions. But here's what we know: unless you do something with this information, nothing's going to happen. So in the 6-figure accelerator, just tell you what you get. You're going to get bi-monthly meetings. So we're going to meet 6 times a year. You get access to Renegade, free access to Renegade movement. I'll show you that in a moment. Here it is, and what that entails. So those I know you the guys know. You get a monthly newsletter that's delivered to your door. So last month we covered putting together a webinar. So all the content there for putting the webinar, putting together offers. We feature a client of a month. I don't know if you guys are going to recognise it. Jump here, and you get free access to all our products as well. So I know that somebody was on the call yesterday or a couple of days ago. Market domination, LinkedIn lead rush. You'll get free access to all those as well, and you get discount to all these live events. On the 7-figure, you get half-day private kickstart. So on the 7-figure elite, you get half-day private kickstart. So we'll sit down with you in your business and we'll look specifically at your business and what you need to do. On the 7-figure, you get unlimited one-to-one calls with me. And that's all in the diary. You get quarterly private meetings. The quarterly private meetings are here. There's a maximum of 12 people. We pay for all your accommodation when we meet here. And you get literally our personal support and hand-holding on any campaigns. And I said, and free VIP access to all our events. But just for today, for the Lead Genesis event today, I say, for recruitment search for homeowners, you get 12 easy instalments of £690 for today. Or you can make one instant investment of £7,000. Make a saving there. For 7-figure elite, 12 easy instalments of 1300, or one instant instalment of 14,300. We've always said this is not for everyone, and we're absolutely clear about it. It is not for everyone. And the guys that are here, they tell you, we've never told anybody, oh, this is easy. What we can tell you is if you implement what we share with you, your business is growing. We'll give you some testimonials. So you've got to be serious about growing your business. If you're not, it doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means you're not right for this. Keep calling about being timid, faint-hearted, and unwilling to ruffle a few feathers. To do this, you are going to piss some people off. I'm being totally upfront there as well. And as I said, you've got to be prepared to put the effort in. So they're the reasons. If you're not prepared to do that, don't bother. If you want, here's the reasons to apply. If you want some hand-holding implementation to get you started. Direct access to Drew and I, accountability. One of the things with this is business owners we talked about yesterday, it is lonely, and you can sometimes say, yeah, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, but you're the boss, and if you don't do it, nobody knows. You get away with it. But here's the difference. You're going to share with me and with your peers that you meet on a regular basis, here guys, here's my goals for the next 12 weeks. You're going to sit in a room and share those goals with everybody. Plus you're going to get me on a regular basis, and Lord and I were joking about this, with my knees in your chest and my hands around your neck saying, have you done it yet? And guess what? Stuff gets done. And I said the peer group pressure, because we're all on the same journey. You get templates already done. 90% of the work is already done for you. One of the things you have to do is kind of personalise it. Of course, you've got to put your name on it, your photograph, and that sort of thing. Another reason to like, if you're 100% committed, we'll do whatever it takes to get you to where you want to, but only if you're 100% committed.
So again, like we spoke about earlier, I mentioned that you're either going to be committed to your excuses or committed to doing better, right? So, like, I think someone was asking about yesterday, like, what is it that gets you going? What do you know? And for us, right, we love it when you get results, right? Partly because it makes us look good, right? But it's enjoyable for us when we can see the transformation we can make in people's businesses and their lives as well. So when people are committed to achieving that, we want to help. Like I said with our clients, like we'll do the remarketing, we'll put it on your page because we want to help them. We want to help you achieve your goals. So if you are committed, again, like, yeah, you've got our help, you've got our support, and for every step of the way.
Alex, we haven't worked together on a one-to-one, but just share what you shared with me 2 or 3 days ago, something you did, just and the return that you got.
So when I signed up for this, Terry obviously rang me and said, oh, I'll do a coaching call with you if you sign up by 2 o'clock. So yeah, I signed up at 1:59. So obviously we had the call, and he gave me four methods to go and win clients. One of those methods was the LinkedIn 10 before 10, and I every single day I connect, attempt to connect decision makers in my marketplace, and I send them a message, and one of the clients came back to me and I want to retain her for 10 grand. The client I never spoke to, never heard of me, done nothing, brand new VC firm, and I've got a call on Friday to pitch another retainer. Call tomorrow to pitch another retainer for a client by exactly the same means.
And how long ago was that? Like we spoke, sorry.
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm not making the promises that you're all going to get that return, but just as an example. This is Mike. I've been in executive search for 20 years. When I was first approached by Terry, I was somewhat cynical. I think my first concern was not getting a return on my investment, and the fact that he was sharing with me things that were so different to anything I'd ever done before as a recruiter. Upon reflection, I figured since what I was not happy with the results I was getting, it made sense to kind of do things differently. I've been working with Terry for about 3 months now, and the first thing I noticed is I have my mojo again. I believe the main reason for this is twofold. One, I have greater clarity than any time since I've been in business, and secondly, using the new methods for getting business. The consequence of which, I'm having more conversations with decision makers than at any time in my search career, and that's just after 3 months. Working with Terry also means I have accountability for the action steps that I say I'm going to take. And he's also a great sounding board for business decisions. He's also a fantastic guy. I'm sure it says that there, but anyway. Using just one of Terry's methods for getting business, I've just won one retained assignment worth over 30,000. What makes it even better, I was competing against some of the big boys in the executive market. Look, if you're serious about growing your business, you want to get access to new methods for generating warm leads, I would recommend you talking to Terry. What we're not going to do, by the way, just to be absolutely clear, this is not, I'm going to be joking about it, but this is not a hard sell. If you're up for taking your business to the next level, there's a form there, just fill it in, let us know, and we'll have a conversation. If you're not, that's absolutely fine. But just, if you are, there's nothing else to do but complete the form, yeah?
Well, look, if you want to apply, so basically...
It's an application, by the way.
It's an application process. So, if you want to apply, fill out the form. If you want to apply, fill out the form. There's a £500 refundable deposit, so either you're accepted into the programme and that comes off your first monthly investment, or you're not and it's completely refundable. Just want to make sure you're serious, basically. Don't want to speak to you for the sake of speaking to you. If you are serious, fill out the form, fill out the application. First, have an interview with me, and if you get past that, then you have an interview with Terry, and if you're accepted, then you're accepted.
But I'm clear, there's no guarantee, because I'm really clear about this, and we're getting stricter and stricter. It's not for everyone. So if you qualify, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, this offer stands until the end of the day, so, yeah. But if get the form back to us by the end of the day, and the offer stands after lead genesis, it's not, it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, is everybody okay with that? Excellent.